Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It is another beautiful day for landscape photography. I could not have asked for a better morning to do this. I'm out at Twin Lakes, Colorado, and I'm telling you right now, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning. We're out shooting this it's a pretty good sunrise right now, actually. It's just calm reflection all over the lake. Just incredibly smooth. There's no wind. Thank you, Mother Nature, for no wind. It's been the last couple of days out at my day job. It's just been windy, and after 2.5 years living in North Dakota, I don't do wind anymore. I'm just gonna say that. But we have a gorgeously flat, still perfect lake. I just finished up shooting a panorama, capturing the kind of alpine glow that we had reflected against the smoothness of the water right here, and I think that's going to turn out really, really well. Now I'm going to go for one more shot here before we possibly lose the kind of color, the little bit of color that we've got. We didn't have a lot of cloud cover this morning, so we're not going to get any really good streaks of color in the sky, but alpine glow itself can look really great, especially with what we've got right now. So I'm going to set up for my second shot in the morning here. So I've decided to swap in my long lens here because I really want to just focus in on this section that I'm seeing right here. We're starting to get a little bit of color up on these clouds. I'm getting really excited about that, just a little bit. Again, just capturing the mountains and some of these trees that we've got here kind of in the mid-ground against the lake. I love vertical orientation. To me, it gives such a sense of depth and perspective, and it feels unique. So we're gonna set up and take this shot here. As far as settings go, I am at f11, ISO 100, and that's giving me a shutter speed of 1/4 of a second. And I'm bracketing either side because I want to get as much dynamic range as possible. And so we're just going to take this shot here, 2-second timer, to just kind of knock out any sort of camera shake. You know, there is something really to be said for sticking it out at a location because conditions can change. Conditions can change at any moment. I apologize, guys. I'm getting over a cold, so I apologize if I sound really congested. But to my point, check this out. The color has just kind of popped out this morning, so we're going to capture this shot really quickly. Gone back to a landscape orientation on my camera, and I've switched the crop setting inside to an internal 16:9 because I want to get just kind of that really nice aspect of the clouds with the mountains, and then against this flat lake here. This is such a gorgeous morning. I'm just gonna take this shot really quickly. F8, 1/30th of a second, again bracketed on either side at ISO 100, and I think that's going to turn out to be just a really good shot as well. This is a fantastic morning out here. I'm so glad I got out, and it was totally worth getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So when I got up this morning, when I was doing my kind of scouting on Google Maps to check this area out, there was an image that I had in mind, and it was an image of these snow-capped peaks with really good, just colorful light hitting the clouds, and just lighten up the reflection lake on the foreground. You can see we didn't really get much in terms of clouds, and they didn't really light up. So I didn't get that shot. But I still really like this foreground image that we've got here. We do have some cloud in the sky. It's just, white. So what I'm thinking, I'm still going to try and capture this image. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for black and white. Black and white, I have found, can be a little bit more forgiving when it comes to shooting images that maybe you don't have a great sky interest, and also it can extend your time shooting into kind of the mid-morning, midday, because black and white, you can still get nice contrast out of stuff in the foreground and in your background as well. So what my thought is for this shot is I'm going to use the bank here as it curves around to lead the viewer's eye over to where the mountain is. And then we've still got really, really nice reflection. This lake is just perfectly calm and still. It's just really awesome for shooting this morning. So let's go ahead. We're going to capture this image. So right now I'm just trying to follow the kind of beach of this lake here along, because I want to get towards the inlet for the creek that's coming down through Independence Pass right here. But it's just not smooth going because we've got all these little kind of streams that are feeding into this lake here, and they're pretty deep, and I'm sinking into the mud. And it's just making following the bank not that easy. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is head back to my car and drive up the road a ways and see if I can get a little bit closer and not be sinking, into knee-deep mud and not tearing up the terrain. So I've left the camera in the car for a minute to check out this creek bed and see if I can find one last image for the day. I wasn't able to really get near the inlet for the lakes because the ground was just muddy and boggy, and also I saw a bunch of geese hanging around, and I figured maybe they might have nests out there and I didn't want to disturb them. Gotta respect nature, folks. But as I was driving up the road, I noticed this pull off right next to this creek. So I decided to check it out for a second. Could be potential for something. I'm gonna take a look around, but if not, at least it's been a gorgeous day. So I'm not really finding any compositions that really make me want to pull the camera out and shoot. So I think we're going to call it here today. We got some great images this morning. I feel like at least one of those I feel very confident in adding to my portfolio, and just a great day to be out and exploring and seeing what all Colorado has to offer. This is a great state, everybody, and everybody knows that, I feel like now. So I'm gonna head back to the car here. I'm gonna drive into Buena Vista, get a coffee, go get a Brown Dog coffee. Those guys are awesome. And then just head on back home. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this and follow more of my work, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when future videos get posted. Also, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and be sure to head over to my website, www.ryanmuchphotography.com. And from the gorgeous Twin Lakes area, I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you next time out on the trail.